think my experience, the most part was that my life changed. Woosah. I think, when you know that God has a purpose for you, but you're not sure how you're going to fulfill the purpose, but you know you have it. And maybe about 2 weeks before coming here, the Lord showed me that my healing, before I could help heal other people, was going to be here at Risen. And so for me, 14 days, I couldn't even imagine that my life would change so much from the inside and the out. So 14 days, I'm 11 and a half pounds less. I'm a little smaller. My high blood pressure's down. I've rested at least 8 hours a night, 14 days straight, which I've never done that ever, that I can remember. You met people who have your same mindset and who's willing to help you. Somebody has offered me to come to Fiji. April's willing to come to DC. And you just met so many good people. And I believe we have a mission. I believe I have a mission to help heal people. So now I have some tools and I have some word that I can use to help, because people need to be healed and they don't know how. 3 things that probably meant the most to me was the earthing. Because I've never done it, because it never got me outside, but I feel like my feet and the energy changed, because I know my body is energy. And so to be able to walk out in energy, and it was a time where I could talk to the Lord and I could hear him clear. The second thing was that I never had done a coffee enema. And so before I was like, I gotta stick something, some coffee. But when you finish, you feel relieved, you feel free. And I think the third thing is that confession, everyone, I used to eat a lot of meat, and I was a baconator, and I enjoyed it. But to come to a place to know that raw could taste so good, and I could make it with 3-4 ingredients, or maybe tonight just some frozen bananas and I got ice cream, that's life-changing. That's healing. That is freedom. That is deliverance. And so for me, it's a way to be able to change me, because changing me, I then can be an example to help change others. I think the emotions meant a lot to me, because there's a lot of people walking around sick. So for me, I believe most of my injuries or my healing issues were related to carrying the feeling of abandonment and lonely for 30-something years. Having those feelings inside, what do? If you don't let them out, they become arthritis. They become high blood pressure. They become where you have eczema. So, my eczema cleared. My hand used to be very white. So in 10 days, my color is totally back. It's just so much to be able to learn. So I've taken probably 200 pictures so I can be able to use those and go back. And you need to be able to study it. And you need to, I just think it's powerful to have something that you can show people, teach them, hold their hand, and people's lives would change. I think I'm going to help people's lives change.
Danny's very, very sincere and humble and very passionate about what he does. And that comes through, and he's willing to share just everything he can possibly think of with us to make our experience meaningful, and so that we'll have plenty that we can take back with us for whatever work we do. He prays about it. So coming here, they show us everything they can about Bella Vita, how they run the center. They don't keep anything from it. They don't keep anything hid. It's all open for us to view, and they share. And he's even made this statement that he doesn't want us to leave with any unanswered questions. So that's what I think is wonderful. And they're very encouraging. Have ideas to share. Things we can do when we return home, and ways we can share in our ministry and our business. The food's great. The food is very beautiful. It's flavorful. It's fulfilling. It's satisfying, and it's easy to make. It's not difficult at all. I plan to make these recipes when I get back home, no problem. Going to Risen through the Risen program is totally worth every penny and more.
Well, I just want you to know that we have been excited about experiencing this, because we are planning on starting a lifestyle center back in our town, and we knew that since you have so much experience here, we wanted to get a little bit of that experience as well. And so we came with high hopes, and our hopes were not dashed at all. We learned so much. What we are basically doing is going through the 10-day program that you put on for the Bella Vita lifestyle people that come. And so we learned how to run it in that respect. But we also learned a whole lot more because we had a lot of individualized classes. We even learned how to build a garden, a little square-foot garden. And we had cooking classes, hands-on. We had food demonstrations ourselves. We learned how to do massage. Of course, we had cold sheet treatments. And that was quite an experience. I enjoyed that. I think everybody seemed to have gotten a blessing. We learned a lot about cleansing. I really feel a lot more confidence than when I came. Jesus' ministry was always about the people. He was always going out and healing people. And this is our desire. We want to meet people where their needs are. And as we minister to them physically, we can also meet them spiritually and help them grow in their Christian walk.
When I came out of the doctor's office, the doctor told me that I had blocked arteries. The arteries were 95% blocked, and I had 5 arteries blocked. And I had to go in for a bypass operation, but the surgeon said that the operation would also be a very, very risky operation. And when I came out of the doctor's office, I had the option whether to get medical treatment or to do something else. I called Danny, and Danny told me that for me to get off meat, for me to get off dairy products, and to go on a plant-based diet. We had a 10-minute conversation, and I was so grateful. I had, from then on, I started on the regime that Danny told me. And I had always wanted the opportunity to come into to Bella Vita and to do the 10-day detox program. I came with diabetes into this program. Blood sugar was running 150. Right now, I have managed to do away with my blood pressure medication and my blood sugar medication. School is structured in such a way that when you leave or when you finish with the Risen program, you're able to go out there and put the whole thing together in a package, and you're able to open your own small lifestyle center. It teaches you all the nuts and bolts on how to run a lifestyle center. It gives you the notes, it gives you the lectures, it has DVD availables if you are not able to do the lectures yourself. All the DVDs are instructionally available. The books and the resources are just awesome. The good thing about Risen is that I was able to do practical experience with everybody in the class.
There are other programs out there, but I felt that here at Risen you had a lot more to offer. And I was right. Firstly, I've never eliminated so much in all my life, like the last 10 days. And I think my skin is looking a little bit better. And I had never been in a gym before. And so to be in a gym and hear all the old bones creaking was quite an experience. But each day it got better and got easier, to the point where I think when I go home I'm going to invest in some of that equipment to continue. The other thing, the coffee enema was excellent. I think it's a whole round program. Each part of the program complements the other. For me, the other liberating experience, I'd call it, was the cold sheet treatment. I had thought about it for a long time, and there were issues in my life that I thought I needed to get rid of, and the cold sheet did that for me. So I'm grateful. I don't think I could find it better anywhere else. In fact, everything was more than I expected it to be. The manual that was provided had all the information and more, and it's something that I will always refer to and I can use. Also, I believe if there were, moments where I think that I need more help, then I know you're available. The staff at Risen were great. I mean, we were waited on practically, I really have a passion about working with young people. In fact, back home, I teach prophecy to young people on the weekends. And recently, I've started to look at the health aspect of prophecy. And coming to Risen, that opened my eyes. I didn't realize how much our mind and our body needed to be clear to discern the time that we live in. And so that is something I can definitely take back home. And in fact, each day after the sessions and the program, I text people back home, so I know there are people waiting for me when I get back to go onto the program right away. I really appreciated the fact that the Bible was incorporated into the program. I love the Bible, and I love to read the Bible every day, and I love what the Lord is doing in my life. And so to come here and have that incorporated into a health program, into a detox program, that was wonderful. The hands-on part of the program was excellent. In fact, it was 3 days, if I'm not wrong, 3 days after getting here and starting the program, we were invited to help the staff in the kitchen, make juices and actually see what the combinations were that were put into the juice. I would definitely recommend this program to other people. In fact, I already have.
I came here through the internet. I saw this place and I'm like, sounds pretty interesting. About a year back, I had no interest at all. I'm like, I don't care about health. I just want to eat what I want to eat. But thankfully God brought me here. And with this, I want to be able to, give it to others and not just, sometimes you're timid and like, what if people are going to think about me when I say that this is what, helps you with your health. But really you could help every little bit that you say to somebody. You don't know that change it could give them. And I see the change in other people, like their blood pressures, how they go down. I tell my family, eat this, and I see how that helps them. And it's not just a benefit for them, but a benefit for you that, wow, you actually helped somebody. You saved someone's life. When we went to the homeless shelter, it showed me how there's people with need out there. And that's what Jesus did. He went to the homeless, to the people that needed the message. And he didn't go to the people that were well. And it showed me to appreciate how I live, what I got taught, and that we need to go out there and reach the ones that really need help. Not just the ones that are around us, not just our family, but the people that are in great need. And me going out, like I went into the field to work, it helped me be able to appreciate my food, how it's grown, and it was a great experience to go through that and then go to the homeless shelter and feed them not just with physical food, but spiritual. This is what I want to do. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be medical missionaries. And seeing this lifestyle center makes me want to build up my own and make it like this one.
I love this place. I love it so much I came back. I came to Bella Vita, the 10-day detox program was in September. And it was fantastic. It was fabulous. The fresh air, the river, the stars at night. Oh, I live in Texas. I don't see stars like this. It was just so much fun being out there under the stars, getting my exercise in, because if I couldn't get it in the afternoon, I'd get those 4 miles in the morning between 5 and 6:30, and that was phenomenal. And one of the cool things about this place is, really, I have to say, is the other students. The other students. I loved it the first time. I'm keeping in contact with the Bella Vita students from the September class graduation, and that's fun. But now I've made a whole new crop of fellow students here. I have a whole new crop of friends. When 12 new disciples, fresh out of the starting blocks and just ready to go. And I'm just so grateful to be able to experience 2 months in a row. And I saw more from the second month. I saw things in the porcelain throne that I didn't see last month. So apparently, the first month's detox in September was great, and a lot came out there, but apparently there was more. God knew there was more to be had. And so I've had more to offer this month, and it was a cleansing experience all around. So I'm very appreciative that I got to do it 2 months in a row. And even more so, I was full of zeal at the end of the first month. At the end of the Bella Vita session in September, I was full of zeal. But you know how the Bible says, it's not good to have zeal without knowledge, nor to be hasty and miss the way. Proverbs 19:2, I think it is. But now I'm equipped with knowledge to actually implement this, because my wife and I, we want to do this. And we were thinking about doing this in California, in a cabin at about 7,000 feet elevation. And you think the stars are nice here. Those stars killer up in Colorado at altitude. But what I really want to do is now that I'm equipped with knowledge, to have the zeal with the knowledge, it's an unbeatable combination.
I was wondering myself, why did I come when I was in the airport waiting? And I found out. I wanted to see Danny Vieira, how he is. Is he like on the internet when I watch him? And he is more than that. And the children, his children, is his mirror. I mean, he has fantastic children. Sweet and helpful and humble. And this is very important. He did a very good job with his children. And this is what I appreciate. And another thing, what I liked about Danny Vieira was his combination of health and Bible and spirit of prophecy. This is fantastic. I mean, people talk about health and that's it. Or about Bible, or, but this combination is just what I wanted. Being a nurse, I was never feeling that, how can I help somebody? Changing a dressing? What do you do? I mean, it's not help for me. I have to hand my hands on and helping, really helping, to do some good for the health of other people. My family is first. I am practicing on them. And then whoever needs me, I'll be ready. Right now, I am ready to do something. Before, I was not confident. Okay, yes, I have an idea, but really, what do you do? And now I know. I have the book, and when I don't remember, I will go in the book.
I think the program is really wonderful. I do. I think everybody should come and experience it. If they're in the health and wellness industry or in the field at all of working with people, it's something that they really need to experience. I actually see a lot of sick people, and I, at the time before, didn't have the knowledge or expertise to help them. I had heard about Bella Vita a while back, and I was sending clients here, but didn't know what they were really going through. So I wanted to experience it for myself. And in doing so, now I'm able and equipped to help them.
Risen was presented to me, and I said, wow, this is great to be able to do this. And then as I learned more about it and took the online courses to prepare for this part of it, a whole new world started opening up to me. So now I've experienced this 10-day cleanse and gotten lessons in herbal remedies, not just the teaching. Yeah, there were lectures, but I've been given some of the herbs myself. I've done an eye wash. I've done this. I've done some massaging after watching it. I've experienced it myself. Now I can go back to other people and say, yes, this is what you need, and this is what you can expect. In the end, the result will be maybe beyond your imagination. People have been healed here. blood pressures came down. Diabetes has been, in check. On a spiritual sense, again, for me, I've got a reconnection. Now, after going through the program, looking back on it, it's priceless. It's a priceless experience.